Art. I guess the main thing I just wanted to talk about was it's just the fear and frustration of doing art and the frustration of just getting better and having the expectation that you need to be something for it eventually and make money or being successful. I guess that was something I've always struggled with and something I've always haven't had in the back of my mind, and it still does. And it's like this thing that kind of impedes my work and and creates this mental roadblock, and you could see it in my stuff sometimes because it's just not as good, or it's just keeps me from drawing it like at all and trying to get better and all that. And really your best stuff comes out when you don't have any of those expectations and don't have any of that pressure built up from outside sources, right? And it's kind of a funny thing to think about because usually when you're first wanting to draw, it's usually because it's something that you enjoyed. It's a way to escape. At least it was for me. It was just something that I wanted to do because I was bored, or just something I wanted to do just because I wanted to do it. There was no outside influences or someone to telling me to do this thing, right? So there was no expectations, and it kept me going. It was like, man, this thing is so fun. It's so enjoyable. It's so beautiful to do. So much to learn, and it's amazing. But as I got forward, and it's like, oh shoot, you gotta be thinking about a job. You have to be thinking about what are you gonna do in the future. Is this what you want to do in the future? Is it? It's a hard thing to think about, and it's hard to get a grasp of. And of like what this creates is this fear of failure, or fear of just fear of failure. And it creates frustration because if you can't achieve something, it gets scary, and it's like, oh no, how am I gonna become this thing that people expect me to be if I keep failing? But in reality, that's just the process of what you need to do and what you're trying to achieve. And I guess I've always learned that, or I've always been told that failure is actually the best way to success, because it's something that it's the things that you learn the most from. Really, I've tried to take that to heart, but in reality, it's just something that I've always tried to avoid, and something, and it's something I've always been afraid of. And again, that just comes from other people, and you ask yourself, like, why do I think that other people expect me to be able to be this thing? Because in reality, like, people don't really care. It's like, people don't care if I don't make it. Maybe my parents do, and maybe people like that, maybe people within my family. But in reality, other people don't care if I become this amazing artist, or become this well-known person, I become a millionaire, or even just get by living where I am. Like, people don't really have that on you. It's kind of weird to think about because it's the only thing I can think about as I draw, or as I try to get better. But at the same time, it's the same thing that keeps me going. It's like, I need to get these studies done. I need to get this mileage in, because I'm not going to be able to be the person that I want to be, or I'm not going to be the person that other people want me to be. And I've always thought that was kind of interesting. And I guess the only way to deal with it is to try to think about why you started doing it in the first place. And for me personally, I've been drawing ever since I was a kid, or at least not seriously. I've been drawing seriously for about like 3 years. But when I was drawing as a kid, I didn't care about all these other things and what people thought. I just wanted to draw. I saw these cool things. I wanted to draw that. That's amazing. It's like, oh, Batman, man, he's so cool. And really, I wish I could tap back into that one. But now it's just if I'm not drawing what's gonna get likes, or what's gonna be appreciated by people, it's like I'm wasting my time doing that, because it's not getting me closer to my goal. And the thing about that is, usually when you're drawing your best stuff is when you don't care about all that. Even right now, as I'm making this voiceover, it's the only thing I could think about is like, what are people going to think about my voice, or what are people going to think about my this voiceover is even making sense. I don't know, but I'm doing it just because I know this is what I want to do, and I think that this could like at least go somewhere, right? But again, most importantly, it's because this is what I think I will enjoy in the future, and I think that's really important to just keep in mind. Just find what you want to do and don't have other people influence it at all. Because I think the moment that you start having other people influence what you're doing, you're always going to have this fear of how well you're performing or how well you're gonna be able to take it. In reality, it should be the other way around. So I guess the bottom line is that to be able to deal with these expectations and frustrations and fears is to tap into what you want and what you want to achieve, not what other people want to achieve, or else you're just going to fall down this slippery slope of what other people want from you, and you're never going to be able to keep up because all of those expectations just keep rising as you keep getting better. This is something I've experienced firsthand, very harshly, and something very harshly and very brutally. It was not a fun experience, and the moment that I broke away from that, it was very emotional because I was doing that thing that other people wanted me to do for so long. And this isn't about art, this is something completely different, but it was an emotional experience because I was so happy that I finally forced myself to stop. But it was sad because it was kind of like I was throwing everything away. But in reality, I was letting everything back in because I was gonna start doing what I wanted to do. And that's how I found art, and now I just have this new journey ahead of whatever it has in store. I don't even know how to end these off, so I guess I'll leave it there.